world?
Feeling flashy by the day.
Back from vacation. You know what the best part of vacation was? I didn't have to record a fucking podcast.
Rude.
But you know what the best part is? Quality time. I didn't really get tan. You did. You look like straight out of Jersey.
How do I look? I know I'm wearing white shirts, so.
I know. We're both wearing white twinsies, except I got the deep V.
Oh my god, showing her cleavage. I'm gonna show some of my cleavage.
No, I wore this to work. I hid it.
I hid it.
Anyways, Joe looks like New Jersey.
I don't look like New Jersey. I look like a boy.
Okay.
Man.
Well, we just got back from vacation. We went to New Jersey for his mother's 70th birthday.
Surprised her twice.
Surprised her twice. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Blang, blang.
And then we went to Florida to go on a cruise to Cuba and Miami. Should we start with the good news or the bad news first?
Well, let's give a little recap. So,
okay.
We didn't tell my mom that we were going there for her birthday.
Everyone copy this idea. It worked amazingly.
We took a red eye. We got there early. She was at the gym, so we hid upstairs. Then we pretended to FaceTime her like we were getting for work back here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And snuck downstairs and stood behind her and then surprised her.
Yeah, she saw us. Believe it. She saw us in the phone and was like, "What?
What is happening? Oh my god!
Oh shit!"
And then we surprised her for her birthday too. Had all the family there for the dinner and everything like that. So she was very happy.
Yes, good job, son.
And then we went on our cruise, which went to the Bahamas and Cuba. Let's start with that, I guess.
Yeah. You want to? We'll end on the.
People kind of know Bahamas, Caribbean, beach.
Yeah, it was good.
Not much to say there.
Yeah, it was great. You know, have some, barbecue, jerk chicken, living, drinking. Norwegian. We went on Norwegian. This was the first time we ever had unlimited drinking included in our package. And let me tell you,
like it. Even I indulged.
Joe, at dinner was all about the Pinot Grigio. Oh no, Sauvignon Blanc. Joe had like 4 glasses and he was getting a little buzzed and I was like, oh, this is the best day of my life. I tried to stop my drinking so that I could enjoy him being drunk.
Oh my god.
Because every time I black out, you say, yeah, I was drunk. You're just too blacked out to notice. So not this time, bitch. Not this time. I was aware. I wasn't even browning out. I wasn't even on the grayscale. Okay?
Okay.
I could see, I could feel, I could orgasm.
Anyways.
So Cuba. We were really excited, but I didn't really know what to expect because they're like really strict. You have to get a visa. You're not allowed to wander on your own if you're American.
I mean, you can.
No, but this is everything I heard before we got there. And they say you have to keep a journal of everything you learn because in order to get a visa, you have to say either you're there to like do philanthropic work for the Cuban people or you're there to learn. So obviously we did the educational experience, so you have to pay for a tour. But when we figured out, when we got off the boat, it's not very strict. Clearly, I don't know what's going on with the government there, but they don't care.
No one's regulating that. You can wander around without.
And if anyone asks you, just say you're from Canada.
And you'd think, for some reason I thought it would not be a very safe place, but it's actually a very safe place.
Yeah.
It seems sketchy because stuff is very run down, but it's actually
it's very safe.
Very safe place.
There's police going around to make sure the tourists are okay because they want our money. So
there you go.
I mean, it was. I appreciated our tour guide because he gave us like the real. He showed us. He was like, "This is a prostitute statue riding a cock, a rooster, and holding a fork because she had to ride cock to feed herself." And I was like, damn, like that's some real shit. Like, fuck yeah, Cuba.
Fuck yeah, Cuba.
Like these starving prostitutes. I mean, that's how they had to survive. And then when communism came, there's no more prostitutes. Everyone gets their fair share. But the fair share is $20 a month.
They're capped.
And
there's no incentive to.
No matter what, if you're a doctor, construction worker, janitor, $20 a month.
And yet the appliances, if you want to build out a kitchen, is like thousands.
Yeah, he showed us a like government-run store, and everything was like thousands of dollars for like this old fridge. A 20-inch TV was like $400. I was like, God, I could go to Walmart and get that for $75.
Yeah, it was old stuff. It was Very contradictory.
Yeah, so they have a black market. When people travel out of Cuba, they like bring huge suitcases back full of toasters so they can sell them for like cheap. And it's crazy, you know, to see how, you know, there's the government run stores where you just go and you get your 5 pounds of rice per month per person, and you just get it. It's just what it is. So like, I guess that's kind of good. But then people have no motivation to work. People are just sitting around, and the construction workers, they're working, but they're just standing around because they don't. What's the point of working?
Basically, the only way you can really make more money is through being part of the tourism and working out the outside companies.
So like doctors and engineers will be driving cabs because that's the way they can make tips. That's the only way they can make money. And the people are like, you know, they can't afford to buy meat really. They're all just eating carbs because they get that for free.
We basically did a food tour,
food
looking at
tour.
how the typical Cuban who wasn't making a lot of money ate. And it's basically carb. It was a bread pizza with barely any sauce or cheese on it. Then it was a corn on a stick with some butter on it. Then it was ice cream, coconut ice cream.
Ooh, that was really
churro
good.
With guava inside it. So it was delicious.
Yeah, it was great, but I was like, wow, this is crazy. This costs 25 cents.
And now the bad part.
Well, oh God, okay. Well, the bad part, oh my God. So we go home to Miami and we're trying to fly out. Our flight's delayed. It keeps getting delayed. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we've been at the airport all day, and finally after 12 hours, our flight is canceled. They make us get in this fucking long ass line.
4 hours in that line.
4 hours. I look in the phone because they say you can reschedule it on the app, and it's like, oh, no flights home till Monday. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't choose it because obviously I'm like, no way.
It was a Friday, mind you.
Yeah, it was Friday, and they said no flights till Monday out, like anywhere. And I was trying all the options, and it said no flights till Monday. I was like, bullshit. I'm like, we'll keep waiting in this line, you know? So finally we get to the front of the line, and they're like, oh yeah, sorry, you can't go home till Tuesday. And we're like, what the fuck? They don't offer us, because of tornadoes, they don't offer us any hotel voucher,
No
nothing.
type of voucher. We even said, why'd you make us wait in line for 4 hours if that's all you were going to tell us? Why don't you just walk down the line and let everyone know?
Yeah.
And the woman got mad and stood up and announced it to everyone else.
So then we're like, okay, fine. We can get on. We'll try to be standby for the morning flights
We
at
tried
7
everything.
a.m.
We were going to drive to Fort Lauderdale. We were going to take
Yeah.
flights to other locations.
Everything.
was grounded or booked.
5,000 people like stranded on the East Coast, basically.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, so let's try to get a hotel. No hotels except ones like 45 minutes away have openings because all these people are stranded. And so we're like, well, we only have like 4 hours until the first standby flight. So we slept in the fucking airport. It was terrible. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get a UTI from wearing this like underwear all day. You know, you don't even know. You don't even know what it's like to be a girl. Wear dirty underwear for more than 2 days, you can get a UTI. So, not having that. So then we sleep there. It's a terrible experience. Never again in my life. I feel fucking disgusting. And we go standby. The standby line is 80 people. 80 people in queue.
And all they're really doing is someone has to give up their seat and wait for the next flight. So basically no one really switches anything. You're still just waiting. So we're like, we give up on that part.
Yeah.
So we wait on the customer service line again. After like an hour of her parents talking to them, finally we got a flight to Dallas, which we then had to stay overnight to get to a 7 a.m. flight to LA.
Yeah.
So like, whatever, let's just take it.
We take it. But wait, then his mom is like, you guys should go to the lounge. American Airlines lounge.
And that was a game changer.
Well, no. First, they're like, sorry, since
yeah.
all the cancellations, we're not going to allow you to go in the lounge. Only people you can't have a day pass.
Which is so messed up.
I was like, what the fuck? This is the time when you really should be opening the lounge, but they don't want to piss off like the priority members by having all these fucking peasants in the lounge.
I don't think a priority member would mind if these poor people are waiting hours. That's just messed up.
Well, people are assholes. So we go to another entrance, and I walk in alone, and I'm like, hi, are you selling any day passes? I know she isn't. And I was like, I slept here last night. I feel disgusting. Like, please. And she's like, I'll make an exception for you. And I start crying, and she's like, it's okay. And I'm like, well, there's 4 of us. And I'm like, come on, family.
It'll work. Let's go.
And
I'm
so-
gonna handle it.
And so we go, oh my God, it was the best $59 ever
It was.
spent.
Time went quick. We were no longer stir
Snacks.
crazy from the white lights and the noise.
There was a bed for me to lay on.
Originally, I was sleeping on the floor and pushing chairs together in the cold. It was a blanket that
Yeah.
didn't fit, but not up there where the 1% lives.
I took a shower and it was the best shower. I cried, I laughed,
I was on
I
my
washed
laptop.
my underwear and then I blow dried it because
Oh,
I didn't want that UTI and I didn't get one.
There was a coffee machine. I tried every type of coffee they had there. Cappuccinos, espressos, macchiatos. It was amazing.
I'm taking a nap on the chaise lounge and Joe comes sits next to me. He's like, Alexis, try this coffee. And I'm like, how many
And I had
fucking
cookies to
coffees
go
have
with
you
it.
had?
They had chocolate
He's like,
chip
4.
cookies. They had Rice Krispies. They had oatmeal cookies. They had brownies.
I mean, don't expect a full meal. Like it's good, but it's like little things like lobster bisque and cheese and olives. You know, it's more like appetizers. If you want a full meal, you have to pay for it.
Yeah. So we ended up going to Dallas. Let's wrap this up.
I know.
Went to Dallas. Didn't have to wait overnight. We managed to find another flight that wasn't going to LAX, but it was going to Orange County. So we flew to Orange County that night, then took an Uber back to LA. And our luggage still wasn't with us. That was another aspect, but the next day it finally got delivered. We thought we almost lost it because they said there was only one piece of luggage instead of 2. So there was almost that, but we salvaged it.
Oh my God, it was a fucking nightmare. I could not sleep the first night. I was like, I'm sleeping in a fucking airport and this is terrible. And I know that sounds bougie, but it doesn't feel good. Like you just feel trapped. Like that you can't go home.
But let's get to the crux of all this.
What is it, Joe?
If you don't already know, Alexis can be a very high anxious person given those circumstances. And she, I must commend you, kept her cool the entire time. I never saw her lose it once.
I
which
know.
I was very impressed with.
Oh my God, thank you for
She kind of lost it
acknowledging
once we got home, but up till that point.
Yeah. Well, once
she was amazing.
I'm really sleep deprived and like tired and I started getting sick, that's when I'm losing it.
Bad news. Sunday was a rough day.
Yeah. Sunday was rough. But in the moment I was like, you know, this is what it is. And like, even when my parents started kind of getting upset, I was like, guys, this is already a fuck situation. Let's not attack each other.
God, we were so just... you just have to go with the flow.
Yeah.
We were all... Even those of us who just go with the flow already, we were all just hitting our breaking point of like, I need to leave.
Seeing my dad just start cussing and trying to like take shots of Fireball, I was like, whoa, Dad.
Just that point. We hit that point. 29 hours total at Miami Airport. Anyone's going to lose their mind.
I mean, Joe had to take a day off work. Like,
yeah, I lost work. There's so many things that screwed us over with.
Yeah.
So, not a fan of American.
Well, I feel like we would have been fucked either way, no matter what we were on.
Yeah.
Because there were no other flights. We looked up Google. We looked up Delta, everyone, United. Like, nothing was going out because everyone was stuck.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I know it's definitely first world problems, but it was sad. Like, so many people sleeping in the airport. These old grandmas, like,
who don't
speak English, crying in wheelchairs because they don't know what to do. They're just sitting there.
They're still at the airport right now.
Oh my God. Oh, don't even tell me that. What if they are? Because it's not even Wednesday yet. It's not even Wednesday.
Anyways, any big lessons you learned having to like keep it cool through that?
I will never ever take for granted having a delay at the airport or like not being able to sit with each other in the airport. I don't know. It was just like such
What
a
made
shitty...
you not lose your stuff? Because I was surprised. What was the turning point where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to lose my shit for once?
Well, when it's that far out of my control,
Interesting.
when I have some control or say, or like I know it's something as a reflection of what I could have done, that's when I lose my shit. It's more my insecurity of like, Alexis, you fuck up. Like, why didn't you do this? Or for example, if it was your fault or something, like if we missed the flight, then I'd probably lose my shit. So maybe I have to just keep that perspective of like, keep it outside of us, because that'll keep me from being a psycho.
There you go.
You know, everything always works out. I tell myself this all the time, but sometimes you can't believe your own advice, you know?
That's right.
Yeah. And I always say worrying is like praying for bad things to happen.
That's right.
So every time I freak out, I tell myself that. I'm like, why are you praying for the bad shit, Alexis? Stop worrying. Stop worrying. Just go with it. Just go. You never know. We got some free fucking sandwiches. I was living. I had Wendy's for the first time in years because we're like, we can't keep spending money on airport food. We'll just eat Wendy's every day. Yeah, it was a lot, but we survived.
That's right. We didn't even get to the Kanye topic.
No, we'll never get to it.
We'll never get to it.
Okay, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. Good night.